You're looking live at Greg Dykes Field in Mishawaka, where tonight, first place in the Northern Indiana Conference is on the line in a series between the league's top two teams. It's the New Prairie Cougars and the Penn Kingsmen on this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. And welcome inside the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union broadcast booth for our Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show. Let's get you up to date on the cast of characters. It's been a while, but that is the Hall of Famer Bo Hunt. My business and broadcast partner, Angelo DiCarlo, down on the sidelines. It's Chuck Freeby up here. So glad that you've joined us for an exciting night of high school baseball on Sports Michiana. The New Prairie Cougars won the state title a couple of years ago on a team that was loaded with sophomores. They're seniors now, and they believe that they can make a trip back to Indy.
I think the biggest thing with the New Prairie Cougars and Mark Schellinger teams is they play the game of baseball the right way. They take those extra bases. They move runners versus bunt versus stolen base versus backside hits. They manufacture runs, and next thing you know, you're down 3-4 runs, and then they play solid defense as well.
Greg Dykes had one of the best teams he's ever had at Penn last year. They were disappointed they didn't make it out of the regional. He wasn't sure what he would have this season. All he's got is a team that's undefeated in the NIC and ranked number 5 in the state.
They're Penn. I mean, they just reproduce players year in and year out, but they did have such a talented senior class last year. Lost a lot of talent, a lot of guys going on playing college baseball right now. But the biggest thing is these kids compete not only just at the JV level, but at the freshman level as well for positions. And when you're competing for positions year after year after year, by the time you come juniors and seniors, you're a veteran at that time.
Angelo DiCarlo is on the sidelines tonight. Ange Penn undefeated. In fact, they've won 24 straight NIC baseball games, and they've got a 2-game lead on New Prairie starting this 2-game series. So clearly this is a big deal tonight.
No question about it, Chuck. For New Prairie to have a chance to win the NIC, they got to win both games of this series. That won't be easy, as you mentioned, against the team that has won 24 straight conference games. They haven't lost in the conference in 3 years. The last team to beat them, though, was New Prairie. And Penn has won 11 straight NIC titles, at least winning a share in each of those past 11 years. So it's not going to be easy for New Prairie, certainly, to win these next 2 days, but certainly they want to put themselves in a driver's seat. And at the very least, for both teams, playing a top 15 matchup here just 2 weeks before the start of sectionals is absolutely huge to prepare yourself for the postseason.
The Aces will throw tomorrow night at Four Winds Field, but the number 2 guys who throw tonight ain't bad. Bentley Baird 5-0 for Penn, taking on Colton Griffiths 4-2 for New Prairie. We'll get you ready with our Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athletes of the Week, and that's next as the Ferret Custom Roll Forming pregame show rolls on the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. The Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Ferret Custom Roll Forming, McInnes Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Babsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors.
Shopping for tires used to make me want to blow a gasket. That was before I went to TireRack.com.
Tire Rack made it easy to find great tires at a great price. 2 years of free road hazard protection. Sealed the deal.
Tire Rack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. Check this out. A technician brought my new tires right to the house. He's installing them now.
All set.
Thanks. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Experience the summer in style with decking from Big C Lumber. From the professional to the do-it-yourselfer, Big C will assist you through the entire deck planning process. Big C's selection of composite and PVC decking material offers durability and low maintenance, all while maintaining the look and feel of real wood. Our free delivery service ensures more of your budget is allocated toward your project. Revitalize your outdoor living space with Big C Lumber.
Time now for our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by our good friend Tony Letcher with Health Markets. We're honoring Lucas Bradshaw from New Prairie today, along with Bennett Hartford, a senior at Penn. We'll start with Bennett, a first baseman on the baseball team, has a 4.07 GPA. How do you balance everything?
I think it all just starts with my parents always emphasizing that student comes first and student athlete. Definitely the biggest part is time management. You got an hour to do something, you better be studying and not just sitting around doing nothing.
You're going to go to Hillsdale next year. You'll play baseball. You're also going to look to eventually go into physical therapy. Tell us why.
I've always wanted to do something in the medical field, and had to go to physical therapy for my arm one time, and I just kind of liked what they did, so I just thought that's what I'm going to do.
You're facing New Prairie here tonight. Of course, we know we're going to interview Lucas here in a second. Last year, you guys were the first team that they played after that tragic accident. How have you guys just come together as a whole baseball community?
Yeah, I think we all just realize that there's some things that are bigger than baseball here. We all realize that it's just a kid's game, and we're all blessed to be playing it. And so things like that happen, we realize that we need to cherish every moment we get out on this field and not take anything for granted.
All right, thank you very much, Bennett. We have Lucas Bradshaw along with his dad, Brad, here as well. Of course, Lucas, you were involved in that accident last year, but I know you're so excited to be back here with your team this year. What has it been like for you to be out here with your team?
It has been very good. Everybody's taking accounters for me being there, and they're very glad that I'm here to be with them.
Coach, how has Lucas improved? It seems like he's doing better each and every day. It's been a remarkable story to witness.
It has been, and it's a miracle. I mean, we're blessed, and we take it one day at a time. And this team just wraps around him. I mean, they need him, and he needs them. Baseball took something from us that day, and but also baseball gave us a second chance. We get to step back in the box and keep playing baseball and being part of the community. And baseball community, I guess is what I'm saying. We're just so blessed, Angelo.
And how about the whole New Prairie community, the way they've rallied around your family?
It's been huge. They kept us going. My wife, I owe it all to her. She's an amazing teammate. Without her, I don't know what we'd do, but the community is what kept us together. I mean, they were the ones taking care of stuff for us at home, or we could be with Lucas and take care of him. It's huge. I mean, every community, every baseball community, every school reached out. That's huge to us. I mean, everybody's thinking about us in a time where they need to be thinking about other things too. I mean, they had games to play. We had other issues, but we moved on, and it's been huge. I mean, the community was the mold to make this all go.
Lucas, your brother stepped up in a big way too, right? He helped you out with work on the farm as well to take up some of your duties?
Yeah, with 4-H coming up at the time of the accident, he stepped in and showed all my 4-H animals that were in my name and did very well with them.
What would you like to say to everyone that has been there for you over the last year?
Thank you. Nothing would have happened without everybody else there to help.
Lucas, thank you very much. We'll keep you in our prayers, and we're so happy for the improvements you've made.
Thank you.
Bennett, congratulations as well. Thanks, Bennett Hartford, Lucas Bradshaw, our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher with Health Markets. Thanks to Lucas's dad, Brad, for being here with us as well. We've got the first pitch, hopefully, right after this on Sports Michiana.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you by Ferret Custom Mold Forming. We form value. Getting off to a quick start here at Greg Dykes Field tonight with the threat of rain in the air. Bentley Baird has taken his spot on the hill. He's ready to face Jagger Daniels, the New Prairie third baseman. And we are ready to rock with high school baseball on Sports Michiana. The opening pitch being brought to you by Babsco, and the first pitch is high for ball one. First inning being brought to us by our friends at Royal Excursion. Here comes the 1-0 from Baird to Daniels, and that one misses high as well. It's 2-0. Daniels batting .377. No homers, 12 runs batted in. As you take a look at the big right-hander Baird, 6'3", 230, a fastball in the mid-80s. He throws a curve, a change, and a slider, and that one's a fastball down the middle for a strike. It's 2-1. Bo, what are the teams wearing tonight from its tops?
Get a check on what the teams are wearing. New Prairie wearing those navy jerseys, pants, hats, gold numbers and letters. Penn, their home white jerseys and pants, black hats and black numbers. That's brought to you by It's Tops in Mishawaka.
Daniels took a strike over the inside corner. It's 2-2. Baird, a quick worker. And the breaking ball got him swinging a miss, strike 3. And Baird racks up the strikeout, his 19th of the season. That'll bring up the top hitter on this New Prairie team, and that's Reed Robinson, the senior, batting .500 with a couple of homers and 20 runs batted in. The All-NIC selection, a left-handed hitter committed to play his college baseball for the Huskies of Northern Illinois. And Robinson takes a fastball high for ball 1. Reed, of course, was the quarterback of the football team, but just a well-rounded young man. You take a look at the New Prairie starting lineup. It's brought to you by New Prairie Athletics. And Robinson tags one. If it's fair, it's gone, but it curves foul. And the count 1-1.
That'd be very interesting if that was a stadium and the poles went all the way up, because that ball got out in a hurry, and it might have wrapped around that pole how far it went.
We saw Robinson hit one out in our game of the week at Fairfield last year. The 1-1, swing and a miss. He got him with an off-speed pitch that time.
Looked like he threw a nice little changeup. Reed was sitting on that fastball the last pitch. That one, the changeup got him a little bit. But you can see his bat speed that he has, reason why he's going to Northern Illinois.
We'll look at that batting order after Robinson gets done hitting as he takes this one down low, 2-2.
Ooh.
Oh, strike 3 called.
Yeah.
And Robinson is called out on strikes for the second strikeout of the inning for Bentley Baird. It gives us a chance to see Sully Crest step in. Here's the Penn defensive lineup brought to you by the Penn Boosters. Limberopoulos, Bernacki, Damers, the outfield left to right. Harold, Trenary, Cashin, and Hartford, the infield third to first. First pitch coming in to Sully Crest, misses high for ball 1. Sully, the ace of the staff, but he's pretty good with the stick. .390 hitter, a homer and 15 driven in, committed to play at St. Xavier. He'll take that one down low, 1-1. By the way, the strikeout sponsor for Penn tonight, strikeouts brought to you by Dean's Barbecue and Restaurant, and they've racked up a couple of Ks so far. That one's in there at the knees for a strike. It's 2-1. Baird just attacking the strike zone right away. Here comes the 2-1. That's a little bit low, and it's 3-1 to Cress.
Reminder that New Prairie lineup was brought to you by the New Prairie Athletic Department. Would you like to thank our student athletes, coaches, staffs, parents, and fans for all they do and help support and promote education-based athletics. Go Cougars.
Crest draws a base on balls, and that'll bring up Dylan Bishop, the first baseman. Don't know if we can see that New Prairie batting order real quick down there in the truck, but we can tell you Bishop in the number 4 spot, followed by Cameron Green, then Gio Nacarado, Colton Griffiths, Riley Conley, and Connor Tidwell round out the order for the Cougs. And he pops this one up foul behind home plate. Max LaFleur off with the mask, taking a look. Can he get there? He made the catch right in front of the backstop. We were blocked out from the press box of seeing that one, but LaFleur saw it all the way and makes the catch right next to the backstop to end the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, a man left. We'll go to the bottom of the frame. New Prairie, nothing. Here come the Kingsmen on Sports Michiana.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
With Surf Fiber Internet, you'll catch all the big plays as they happen. The winning goal, the last-second three-pointer, the walk-off home run, the touchdown that changes everything. You'll see them all. No lag, no throttling, no buffering, no missed highlights. Just blazing fast streaming from start to finish. Whatever sport you love to watch, Surf keeps you connected. Surf Internet, built for game day and every day. Score big today with fiber internet plans starting at just $30 a month, including free Wi-Fi, free installation, all-in pricing, and price lock for life.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McInnes Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McInnes Realty today at 574-271-3440.
Hey, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com is the way tire buying should be. Quick look at the Penn batting order as we get ready for the Kingsman half of number one. And, Bo, obviously you got to start with Mason Bernacki up at the top.
Yeah, Bernacki's hitting .390, 500 in conference, 3 holes Hartford. He's committed to Hillsdale, hitting .386. You got Damers in the 6th hole, hitting .308, and then Brody Cashin committed to Anderson in the 8th hole. And that Penn starting lineup is brought to you by the Penn Boosters. Always cheer for the Kingsmen. Last year, the Boosters awarded over $88,000 to various academic clubs and teams. Support the Penn Boosters by following them on Facebook or go to pennboosters.org.
Here's New Prairie defensively, brought to you by New Prairie Athletics. It's Bryce Griskowiak at left, Riley Conley in center, Sully Kress in right, Daniels, Nacarado, Tidwell, and Bishop, the infield third to first. Reed Robinson behind the plate for the big right-hander, Colton Griffiths, who takes the hill tonight. This is his 8th appearance of the year. He's 4-2 with 39 in the third innings pitched. He's allowed 42 hits, but worked out of trouble. 19 runs, 14 earned. Really good strikeout-to-walk ratio of 30-13. Went 8-1 last season, and he's won his last 4 coming into this one. First hitter is Mason Bernacki. And the first pitch from Griffiths is a breaking ball for a strike. 0-1.
Reminder, this first inning brought to you by Royal Excursions. Game day travel made easy, from team buses to away games and championship runs. Royal Excursion gets you your squad there safely and on time. Travel together, ride in comfort. Visit RoyalExcursions.com. Royal Excursions, your journey to win.
Check to swing. Sean Behensky said he did not go. And the count 1-1. Behensky working the bases tonight with Rich Stoltzfus behind the plate. A ball and a strike to count on Bernacki, who, as Bo mentioned, batting .390, a homer, and 14 runs batted in. Big Benders stayed up top, and it's 2-1.
A lot of breaking stuff early from Griffiths.
Bernacki had a big weekend when they played Lake Central back on April 18th. 2-1 pitch, swing a foul off the mask of Robinson. It's 2-2. In that doubleheader against Lake Central, he scored 4 runs and had a save on the mound in the first game. And then he came back and hit a home run in the second game as the Kingsmen got a sweep.
A lot of multi-positional players that you have on high school teams, guys that can get on the mound and the hill and do it at the plate as well.
And, of course, we first heard Bernacki's name during football as he takes one on the outside corner for a called third strike. Rich Stoltzfus likes to delay a little bit on the call, but he rang Bernacki up there for a called third strike, and here's Grady Harrell, the third baseman. Harrell batting .397, no homers and 14 runs batted in. Junior started off the year with a 3-for-16 slump. So it tells you how hot he's been to hit .397 for the year. And he lines one out towards center field. Riley Conley drifting back, says he has it. He's not lying. 2 down. Efficiency on hitters will be key for a guy like Griffiths who wants to stay around in this one. 2 batters, 6 pitches, pretty good ratio. Here's Bennett Hartford, the first baseman.
Deeds Barbecue in Granger gets big thumbs up from me, Chuck, and Anj. They were a full-service, chef-driven restaurant where everything is made from scratch. Good food with good friends and great atmosphere. Dean's Barbecue and Restaurant at 23 and Bittersweet.
Hartford tried to load up on a fastball and it got by him high and in. for strike one. Hartford, a model of consistency, as you met him in that Tony Letcher Health Market Student Athlete segment. He batted .365 last year. He's batting .386 this year. But he's 6'11 in Northern Indiana Conference play. Colton Griffith's not impressed. He throws him a bender on the outside, and it's 0-2. Hartford, as Bo mentioned, committed to play at Hillsdale College. Griffith's ready for the 0-2. Fastball missed outside, but that's where Robinson wanted.
Griffith's doing a great job moving the ball around, changing speeds, hitting his spots really well. 0-2 pitch, put it about 6-7 inches outside and see if he chases it. Did a great job there.
1-2 the count. Robinson sets up outside corner and didn't quite get it there, and Hartford's able to foul it off. Still 1-2. Crowd still filtering in. It's sprinkling a little bit at the ballpark. If this is as bad as it gets, it's a good night. Here comes the 1-2. High fly ball out into right field, and that's where Sully Kress waits for it. And Kress makes the one-hand grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Colton Griffiths after one. No score between Penn and New Prairie on Sports Michiana.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
When contractors and OEMs need quality electrical products at the best prices, they look to Babsco Supply. We strive to supply all the electrical products you need for residential, light commercial, and OEM electrical components. We have the knowledge, dedication to customer service, and extensive inventory to ensure your electrical projects are completed successfully. We are employee-owned, which means all of our employees are owners. So you know we care. With locations in Elkhart and Warsaw, Babsco Supply is working together to serve you better. Learn more at babsco.com.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Reliance, uniquely crafted to fit your lifestyle. Let's check in on our keys to win, brought to us by our friends at the Lilliard Insurance Agency. And for New Prairie tonight, they want to be able to control the strike zone both offensively and defensively. You got to play clean defense and create opportunities because there's not going to be a lot of them. For Penn, no freebies. I hate when coaches say this. Come on. Make contact and play to our best. They're not worried about the opponent. The opponent is perfection.
It definitely is, and that's exactly what Penn strives to be every single game.
Cameron Green, the DH, steps in for New Prairie and takes down low for ball one. Green batting .263, no homers, and 3 runs batted in. But when he gets hold of it, it goes for a piece. He's had 4 hits this year, and 3 of them are doubles. The 1-0 from Bentley Baird, chopped down the third base side and foul.
Before the
that
game,
one might have got a piece of his foot.
Yeah, I think it did. Hey, before the game, we featured our Student Athletes of the Week, presented by Tony Letcher. Tony is a lifelong resident of Michiana and a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you need insurance, Tony is your guy. Google Tony Letcher, Health Markets to connect.
The righty Bentley Baird working quickly. Lets Green get in the box, and that's about it. Here comes the 1-1. Breaking ball stayed up high, and it's 2-1. Baird from a baseball family. His dad played a little bit at Elkhart Central High School, then became a soccer player down at DePaul. As this one's hammered deep to left field, backing up is the left fielder Limberopoulos, and he's got room to make the catch. Green just got under that one a little bit. And there's one away, and here's Gio Nacarado, the shortstop. Nacarado batted .224, the junior with no homers and 3 runs batted in. He leads the team in runs and walks, so he's a guy that finds ways to get on base. And he takes the fastball in the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. But we talked about Bentley Baird coming from a baseball family. Well, his sister may be the most heralded baseball player of them all. Yes, his sister, because she was the only player from the state of Indiana taken in the Women's Professional Baseball League draft.
It's funny, as growing up playing travel ball, Bentley actually played in her. She was 2 years older than him and actually played with her in travel ball growing up.
2-1 pitch to Nacarado is pop foul and out of play on the first base side. It's 2-2. She is also quite the hockey player, I understand. They both have been hockey players. And can you imagine, you get the extra elevation of skates, that 6'3" big body out there on the mound coming at you on skates. That would intimidate you. Here's a ground ball fouled on the third base side. It's still 2-2.
Hey, you want to help your team look great? It's Tops Can Help. They're the official outfitter for a number of local schools and even Sports Michiana. They can do a lot more than clothes. Learn more at itstops.net.
Breaking ball didn't break enough, and the count goes full on Nacarado. Barrett up to 25 pitches now for the game. Nacarado, as we mentioned, leads this team in walks, seeing if he can get on base here. And he spoils an effort from Baird and fouls it out of play. It's still 3-2 on the New Prairie shortstop. Cougars come in after a 5-2 victory over Boone Grove last night. They lost by that same score to Hanover Central, the number 6 team in 3A, last Saturday. And Nacarado takes a called third strike. Strikeouts for Penn, sponsored by Dean's Barbecue and Restaurant. And that's the third of the night for Bentley Baird. And 2 of them have been looking.
Good luck to both teams tonight from Superior Tool and Die. Since 1952, Superior Tool and Die provides quality products, on-time deliveries, and integrity in all the work that they can do. Call Superior Tool and Die to discuss your large or small projects.
Chopper to Hopper to Grady Harrell at third. He easily throws out Colton Griffiths. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Bentley Baird. We go to the bottom of the second. No score between Penn and New Prairie on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Patrick, imploring outdoor enthusiasts since 1959. For a Patrick Sideline Report, here's Anj.
All right, here with Mark Salinger, the head coach of New Prairie. Your thoughts on a very fast-paced game so far?
Yeah, absolutely. Both pitchers are out there throwing strikes, and when the pitchers come in the zone, that's kind of what happens.
You guys have been involved in a lot of low-scoring games. How much does that help knowing what it takes to win a game like this?
I think it helps a lot. You know, that experience of being in those close games late, and we're an older team, you know, so that definitely helps. You know, hopefully we can get some things going offensively and break it open a little bit.
Coach, thank you very much. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
All right, Chuck and Bo, back upstairs to you.
All right, Anj, thank you very much. While we've got a moment, let's check the series history from our friends at OSMC, and it's a series that's been dominated by the Penn Kingsmen. In fact, they have only lost once to New Prairie in 13 meetings. The first time they played was 2016 after the Cougars joined the NIC, and the last time they met, Penn won a nail-biter like this one, 2-0. Back on May 14th of 2025. In fact, the one time that New Prairie beat Penn is the last time that Penn lost an NIC game, and that was a couple of years ago.
Yeah. Speaking of Penn players, a couple of them from last year's team up here in the booth. You got Barnes that's going to Maryville University, and French going to St. Francis University. French was, of course, the one that won his sophomore year, the semi-state game, and then closed out the championship of the semi-state game to send him to the state championship. It's always nice having former players come back to your alma mater and watch the kids grow up that they were younger than them.
Bentley Baird will lead off the bottom of the second for the Kingsmen. The second inning brought to us by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Colton Griffith's first pitch to Baird is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1.
Big thank you to Tire Rack, the scoreboard sponsor for the Sports Michiana Game of the Week. When it's time for new tires, go to TireRack.com. Their easy-to-use shopping tools will guide you to the right tires, shipped fast and free, and backed by free roadside hazard protection. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Baird takes that one low, and the count evens at 1-1. Bentley is a hitter, batting .316. No homers and 14 runs batted in. 3 of those came last Saturday in a victory over Fort Wayne Carroll. Kingsman split a doubleheader with that unit. Pitched just a little bit outside. The count goes to 2-1.
Notice the batting stance, a unique one. Holds it with one hand before he gets himself set and then brings the second hand up for the swing.
You always hope you don't get quick pitched. Doesn't happen that often in high school baseball. Ground ball to the third baseman off the glove of Daniels. He recovers, fires, got his man. Good persistence there by Jagger Daniels as he is able to gun down Bentley Baird at first. There's one away here in the second and brings up the left fielder Yodi Limberopoulos, and you'll get another look at this one from Superior Tool and Die.
Yeah, great job by Daniels, really staying with the ball, keeping the front. I love what he did when he picked the ball up. He didn't reach down and grab it with his glove. He reached down with his bare hand, picked it up, made the throw over there, knew he had time, didn't try to rush it too much.
Limberopoulos batting .364, 2 homers, 13 runs batted in, fouls this one off. Let's go back to that defensive play, though, Bo. A bit of a tweener hop, but easier on turf, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah, by far, on turf, on those tweeners. You either got to charge or come after it, but biggest thing is you're going to get a true hop when you're on turf.
0-1 to Limberopoulos, the backup quarterback for Pete Reardon's football team. Spanks a ground ball to the shortstop, Gio Nacarado, who takes his time and guns him down, and there's 2 away. 5 up, 5 down so far for Colton Griffiths on the mound. Now he's got to face Ben Damers, the right fielder. Damers batting .308, no homers and 9 runs batted in.
Our second inning sponsor tonight, St. Joe County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. That's the St. Joe County Police Department.
Damers had 3 hits and a couple of RBI last week in a win over Elkhart. He hits a ground ball towards the hole here. Nacarado tried to make the Dansby Swanson autograph sliding grab, but could not, and it's a base hit, the first of the night for either team.
That would have been a heck of a play if he would have made that, because Damers was down the line pretty quick, and he was really in the hole there. I don't know if he would even have a chance to make that play, but great effort.
Now you face the catcher, Max LaFleur. LaFleur comes up batting .235, committed to play at Wisconsin-Platteville next season. He had a couple of hits in that game against Carroll Saturday, and I think that's what earned him a spot in the starting lineup tonight. And LaFleur fouls it out of play. First base side, it's 0-1.
Events by Pro Show has been a proud supporter of PHM for decades, specializing in audio, visual, lighting, and DJ services. Their team is dedicated to your event's success. Learn more at eventsbyproshow.com.
See if Damers tries to run here to get into scoring position. He holds, in a nice changeup that time by Griffiths. Had LaFleur way out in front. It's 0-2. Griffiths has done a very nice job of changing speeds here in the early going. Outfield playing LaFleur slightly to pull. 0-2. Breaking ball, swing and a miss, strike 3. LaFleur is the second strikeout victim of the night for Colton Griffiths. No runs, a hit, no errors, and a man left. We've played 2, no score at Craig Dykes Field on Sports Michiana.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products. Personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes fourth and long feel like first and goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
My name's Elizabeth, and I've been a member of the Notre Dame Credit Union for about 37 years. I had been driving a Prius, and I liked the Prius. But unfortunately, I live on a hill, and when it snows, I had a problem. So I called the credit union, told them I needed a new car. We did everything over the phone and the internet, picked up the car, and it was all done in less than a week. I would recommend the Notre Dame Federal Credit Union without question.
This edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. They're putting people over profits. Let's get you ready for a third inning brought to us by our friends at Tom's Car Care Center. 8-9-1 coming up for New Prairie. That means Riley Conley, the center fielder, will lead it off. Conley batting .276. The senior has no homers, 4 ribbies, and takes one high for ball 1.
5-Star Sheets, FS Transportation in New Carlisle is proud to support the New Prairie baseball team. 5-Star Sheets, FS Transportation is accepting applications.
Base hit into right field, first of the night for the Cougars, as Conley gets a leadoff single here in the third off Bentley Baird.
5-Star Sheets accepting applications for CDL drivers, garage technicians, forklift drivers, and production. Visit 5starsheets.com to apply.
Nice left-handed swing. Boy, did Conley keep the hands in nicely for that inside fastball and just turned on it. Now he sets up the 9-hole hitter Connor Tidwell. And let's see if Tidwell tries to lay one down here. The third baseman Harrell playing back. First baseman Hartford holding his man on. No indication of a bunt there, and it's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. To the New Prairie second baseman, who comes into this one batting .321. No homers and 10 runs batted in. 3-year varsity player.
Conley got a little bit bigger lead there.
Ground ball foul down the third base side. And it's 0-2 on Tidwell.
Tidwell is hitting .321 on the year, so it's one of those things, do you let somebody who's hitting that well go ahead and swing away? But now he's got 2 strikes, and he's going to.
He's made a dramatic improvement at the plate this year. Throw over to first. They thought Conley might be running, and this is a New Prairie team that loves to run. They have 76 stolen bases as a team this season. That's an average of 4 per game. That one misses outside, the count 1-2.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital x-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic today.
Little nub up the third base side. Harrell couldn't make the do-or-die play, and everybody's safe. I have to think that's probably going to be a base hit.
Yeah, that was a tough play for Grady. Coming in on that play, he's almost got to be absolutely perfect on that. Here you can see the superior tool and die replay. Coming in, doesn't quite get it. I'm not sure he'd even throw him out on that.
Well, they charged him with an error. And so runners at first and second, nobody out. And the table is set for the top of the order here as Jagger Daniels comes up. He was a strikeout victim of Baird his first time up. Mark Schellinger going through the signs down in that third base coach's box.
If there was a bunting situation with Reed Robinson on deck, this is a bunting situation.
The only thing it might do is get Robinson walked. They fake the bunt. They spank it towards third. It's a foul ball. And boy, did Penn get a break there because the ball was thrown away. Mark Schellinger trying to say that Harrell fielded the ball in fair territory. Harrell was definitely had his feet in territory, but I don't know if the glove was in foul or not.
Yeah, not
we'll
sure.
We'll get another look here from Superior Tool and Die. And you will not be able to tell from this replay.
No. Definitely one of those situations where it's a judgmental call by the home plate umpire, and he felt that he fielded it in foul territory with his glove.
And even if you had a base umpire, that is the plate umpire's call until the ball gets to the bag. Here's a ground ball now to the third baseman, Harrell. He steps on third, throws to first, and what a turnaround that is. It's a double play. And Mark Schellinger, the steam still coming out of between his ears right now. So that'll bring up Reed Robinson with a runner in scoring position and 2 out. And let's see how Penn decides to handle New Prairie's best hitter here. Robinson was a victim of a called third strike. his last time up. Baird delivers. Off the end of the bat, down the left field side. A lot of foul territory out there. Harrell can't come up with it. That was a tough play.
Over-the-shoulder plays like that are really tough, especially when you try to reach up like he did. That's almost one of those basket catches, plays over the shoulder like that.
Rain's starting to pick up, fellas. Not spitting anymore, drizzling now a little bit.
And we'll see if that impacts the pitchers at all here with the ability to get the grip. 0-1 the count right now on Reed Robinson. 20 runs batted in so far for a young man that was third in the state 2 years ago in RBI. And he rips one foul down the first base line.
Tonight's extra base hits are brought to you by HealthLink. Healthy kids are better students and better athletes. Schedule a checkup at HealthLink today. HealthLink offers medical, pharmacy services, vision, and more for the whole family.
Robinson has made bids for 2 extra base hits in this game, both times pushing it foul. Now Baird ahead in the count, 0-2. He has 3 strikeouts already tonight, and he just got number 4 right there. LaFleur will make the throw to first, and Bentley Baird works out of trouble in the third. No runs, a hit, an error, 1 left. End of 2.5. Still no score at Greg Dykes Field on Sports Michiana.
For over 100 years, experience and inspiration have been the foundation of Big C Lumber. I'm Mark Young. Deciding on the perfect cabinetry for your home can be overwhelming. It's best to depend on our consultants with decades of experience at Big C Lumber. Your needs and wishes will be matched with our guidance in the creation of new spaces. We call this customer-inspired design, representing your personality, your style. Visit Big C Lumber, where the possibilities are endless.
Some say hustle and heart don't mix, but at Patrick, we prove otherwise every day. We're bold in our ambition and grounded in respect. Here, leadership is a mindset, and every voice matters. Built on integrity, fueled by collaboration, and united by purpose, we're stronger together. This is Patrick. We are better together.
Is this local hometown insurance?
Yes, sir. It was local hometown insurance until about 5 minutes ago. We've just been acquired by Big Web Private Equity Insurance.
Wait, what happened to my agent? I've been dealing with him for years.
Well, looks like we just got bought again. We're now Big Artificial Intelligence Insurance. And I've just been named the CEO. Long live the algorithm, baby.
What?
Feel like your insurance is getting more robotic by the day? Call Lilliard Insurance. Real people, local office.
Friends, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week is being brought to you in part by McKinnis Realty. That's Realty with a purpose.
Patients trust OSMC because they deliver more than treatment. They provide care that's accessible, high quality, and transparent. Get the care you need when you need it. Visit OSMC.com or their OrthoCare walk-in clinic in Granger off of University Drive.
Colton Griffiths pitching tonight for New Prairie. You take a look at Greg Dykes, the living legend that coaches here at a field with his own name. He says he can never call it Greg Dykes Field. It just doesn't sound right. But 891 career wins for Greg Dykes. Believe it or not, that's only third among active Indiana high school baseball coaches, 5th all-time in the state. Dave Pishker over at Andrean High School, 1,152 career wins. So Greg's got a ways to go to catch him.
Just a few.
First pitch of the inning to Brady Cashin, the second baseman, is in there for a strike. Brody Cashin batting .236, a homer and 8 runs batted in. He's committed to play baseball at Anderson University, home of the Ravens. Line drive center field. It's right at Riley Conley, and he makes the easy grab. And there's quickly one down in the Penn third.
The New Prairie Athletic Department would like to thank our student athletes, coaches, staff, parents, and fans for all they do to help support and promote education-based athletics. Go Cougars from the New Prairie Athletic Department.
Jackson Trineri, the Penn shortstop, 9-hole hitter, steps in. Trineri batting .255, no homers and 9 runs batted in for the senior. Griffiths with the sigh and the stretch, and it's lined towards right field. Sully Kress makes a beautiful catch. Hang a star on that one as a potential Big C Lumber play of the game.
Great job of really coming in hard on that ball as it's tailing away. That's one of those tough ones. You got to come in hard and it's tailing away. Great job of staying focused. Great play. Could be our Big C Lumber play of the game.
If Kress were on the mound like he'll be tomorrow night, he'd be pointing out to that right fielder. Instead, he's the one being pointed at as Mason Bernacki steps in. Bernacki struck out looking his first time up. And he pops this one up, foul territory. Reed Robinson off with the mask. Can he get there? No, it's out of play.
Reminder, our third inning is brought to you by Tom's Car Care Center. 3 great services, 1 great place. Also, a big thank you to Barnaby's Pizza at Twin Branch feeding our crew tonight. Barnaby's of Mishawaka has 3 great locations, Twin Branch, Granger, Grape Road, and the new Barnaby's open in North Liberty in July. Barnaby's, the family inn.
They're a lot like Tom's Car Care Center. They never disappoint. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. Breaking ball hit on the ground, backhanded by Nacarado at short. He makes the long throw. The turf couldn't help him enough. And Bernacki with those great wheels beats it out for an infield hit, the second of the night for Kingsman. You'll get another look here from Superior Tool and Die.
Great job of fighting that inside pitch off. Rolled over just a little bit, but as you said, wasn't able to get the ball all the way over there because the ball was hitting the hole.
And now Mason Bernacki, the leader on this Penn team in steals with 17 stolen bases this season. Certainly a threat to go with 2 out. He's got a big lead over there at first, but he's holding this. The pitch is called outside to Grady Harrell. Harrell, the third baseman for Penn, flew out to center field his first time up. A ball and no strikes the count on the Penn third baseman. Again, Bernacki, good lead over at first. He holds, ripped right to the first baseman. Dylan Bishop snares it, and the inning is over. No runs, a hit. No errors, and a man left on base. As we go downstairs for a Patrick sideline report, Angelo DiCarlo getting some steps in with the head coach of the Kingsmen, Greg Dykes.
Coach, I'll ask you the same question I asked Coach Schellinger. Very fast-paced game so far. Your thoughts here early on?
Both pitchers are being, I think, for the most part, very efficient on the mounds, keeping the ball around the plate. They made some nice plays against us. I thought we hit the ball pretty well that inning, but just right at them. Just got to keep on battling.
I know you would love to be up 6-7 runs, but a close game against a quality opponent 2 weeks before sectionals, how much does a game like this help your team?
These are the kind of games we have to have. You know, this is how we get better, and we need this kind of competition.
Coach, thank you very much. Best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you very much.
Back with the 4th inning right after this on Sports Michiana.
Shopping for tires used to really ruffle my feathers. That was before I went to TireRack.com. TireRack made it easy to identify the right tires. No more searching high and low. I got the best deal. TireRack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose a mobile installer. They brought the tires to my neck of the woods and put them on, right here in my driveway.
You're all done.
Thank you. When it's time for new tires, trust the experts. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
And this edition of the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. Both pitchers have put the handcuffs on the lineup so far for this one. No scores. We head to the 4th.
Big C Lumber is the best choice for your next home improvement project. Family owned for over 100 years, they know the ins and outs of every home project you need completed. And their knowledgeable sales staff will help you get the job done. See the difference a culture of caring can make at Big C Lumber.
The rain picking up a little bit here at Greg Dykes Field. You can see it certainly from that camera shot as you take a look at Sully Kress getting ready to lead off the 4th inning. Kress walked his first time up against Bentley Baird, and he taps one up the third base side, and Grady Harrell wisely lets it roll foul.
Notre Dame Federal Credit Union is the financial institution of choice for Sports Michiana, plus hundreds of churches and schools. Utilize their unique Elevate tools to help raise funds and drive your mission. Go to NotreDameFCU.com/elevate to learn more.
Anj with the Patrick sideline report. Conditions look like they're deteriorating a little bit down there. I think Anj went to where it was dry.
He went to his car.
I had the microphone dry, so I had to take it out of the warmth of my pocket.
Kress with the line drive down the left field line. That's a fair ball. It's going to be a HealthLink extra base hit. Sully Kress rounds second, and he'll hold there with a stand-up double.
Exactly what the New Prairie Cougars need here to lead off the top of the fourth inning. A lead-off double to get things going by Kress. Great job here. You can see on the Superior Tool and Die replay, getting the ball down the line, going into second, standing up.
That is the 5th double of the year for Sully Kress, who now has a 5-game hit streak. Again, extra base hits tonight brought to you by HealthLink. Dylan Bishop, the first baseman, steps in. New Prairie got the leadoff man last inning, couldn't plate him. Now he's in scoring position, and Bishop tries to bunt, and it's foul, 0-1.
But certainly, Chuck, a nice steady rain right now, and obviously the turf is going to help in a big way to be able to continue to play in this one because of the conditions. It'll just be a matter of whether or not the pitchers can handle the baseball, depending on how wet it starts to get throughout the rest of this game.
Angelo's sideline reports brought to us by our friends at Patrick. The 0-1 to Bishop. Swing and miss, 0-2.
Looking to buy or sell a home? McInnes Realty is where service comes first. Family and veteran owned. They proudly serve our community heroes through the Homes for Heroes program, helping you save when you buy or sell. Learn more at McInnesRealty.com.
Outfield straight away for the New Prairie first baseman, who takes a breaking ball the other way and fouls it out of play. It's still 0-2.
Bishop really just trying to move Kress to third base in this situation unless he gets something that he can drive. More importantly, to move that runner up a base with less than 2 outs.
Bishop's a .333 hitter on the year. He has 16 runs batted in. He leads the team in doubles, but he also leads in strikeouts. And that's strikeout number 12 of the year for Bishop, and the strikeout sponsored by Dean's Barbecue and Restaurant for Penn. Badly needed for Bentley Baird, his 5th K of the night.
Yeah, you can see here he got him up in the zone. He chased it a little bit, that 0-2 pitch, trying just a little bit too hard to get that ball in play.
Now Cameron Green, who flew out deep to left his first time up, steps in there. And Green hits one high in the air into left field again, but he couldn't get all of it, and Yodi Limberopoulos will make the catch. Kress will have to hold at second. That one got in on the handle of Green that time and didn't let the big fella extend.
Since 1959, Patrick Industries in Elkhart has empowered outdoor enthusiasts to achieve next-level recreational experiences. Patrick is a proud supporter of our local teams and athletes, empowering excellence on and off the diamond.
Gio Nacarado struck out looking his first time up. Fouls this one behind the head coach of the Cougars, Mark Schellinger. Schellinger over at third base coach's box, one of those rare guys who played for a state title team at LaPorte in 2000 and then coached a state championship team in 2024 for the Cougars. The 0-1 to Nacarado. Line towards center field, coming in and diving is Biernacki, and he makes the catch, and he'll do a push-up just to flex out there in center after the catch. I teased him before the game, do you catch everything in the outfield like you do on the football field? And he said, yes, sir.
He sure did on that one as well.
Here's another look at a candidate for our Big C Lumber play of the game. No score halfway home at Dykus Field.
Medicare plans can be confusing, but they don't have to be. I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I can help you compare your options because I'm appointed with many nationally recognized carriers. With my help, you can find the coverage that fits your needs and budget. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes fourth and long feel like first and goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
Friends, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the Lillard Insurance Agency. They're real people with real service and real value. Colton Griffiths taking his warm-up tosses before the bottom of the fourth. He's had to use 28 whole pitches to get through 3 innings. I wish he'd be just a little bit more efficient.
Very efficient tonight. Just letting Penn put the ball in play, using his defense wisely, as they say. Ferret Custom Roll Forming, the best choice in metal fabrication, provides ISO certified quality with unparalleled service and support. At Ferret Custom Roll Forming, we form value. Learn more at ferretrollforming.com.
Heart of the order up here for the Kingsmen in the fourth. Bennett Hartford to lead it off. Hartford flew out to right to end the first. The big first baseman pops this one up on the infield. Who wants it? The second baseman calling for it. That's Connor Tidwell, and he makes the catch in short right field. And the efficiency continues for young Colton Griffiths out on the hill.
Exactly what you want as of a starting pitcher. Go in there, throw first pitch strikes, and try to get 1 pitch outs.
Griffiths committed to play his college baseball at Bethel University. He's going to study engineering there, as you see the unique grip of Bentley Baird standing in that right-handed batter's box. Baird bounced out to third his first time up, takes a ball low for ball 1. But getting back to Griffiths, he's in the top 10 of his class at New Prairie High School with a 4.28 GPA, wants to study engineering. The 1-0 pitch to Baird, breaking ball and a beauty in there for a strike, 1-1.
I love the way Griffiths is not a thrower. He's a pitcher is what they call him. He moves the ball around. He changes speeds. He locates not only his fastball well, but his slider and his changeup as well. And he really keeps the batters off balance.
As we mentioned earlier, he's won his last 4 decisions coming into this one. Changeup got Baird way out in front there. It's 1-2. He beat Marion last Wednesday in a 5-1 decision over the Knights, striking out 7 in that one. In fact, both these starting pitchers tonight have wins over Marion as a couple of their more impressive outings of the year.
Baird calling time, trying to get a reset here.
Maybe trying to disrupt the rhythm, too, of Griffiths
a little bit, but I think it was more of him refocusing himself.
The 1-2, fastball hitting the air out towards short right field. Kress broke back on it, but he's got plenty of time to come in and make the one-hand grab.
Locally owned Central Automotive in downtown South Bend is your answer for oil changes, brakes, air conditioning repair, general maintenance, and more. Check them out at Lafayette and Colfax. Central Automotive, we're here for all your automotive needs.
Yodi Limberopoulos, the left fielder, stands in there now. Limberopoulos has 2 homers in the last week. The wind, not much of a factor right now here at Dykus Field as he takes a strike on another breaking ball, 0-1. Limberopoulos batting .364 for the year. And, man, the gains he has made in the weight room are absolutely amazing. 0-2. Not that you're surprised when you hear about the Penn Strength and Conditioning program because they do such a wonderful job here. But he has put on 40 pounds of muscle between his freshman year and now. Didn't help him there. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Colton Griffiths just reared back and threw some gas for a 1-2-3 inning. Dandy pitcher's duel here at Greg Dykus Field. Scoreless as we go to the 5th on Sports Michiana.
Your car carries precious cargo. It needs to be dependable, rain or shine. Let Tom's Car Care Center in South Bend help take the stress out of your car's maintenance. We'll change your oil in 10 minutes, flush your transmission, replace your wiper blades, and much more. Oil changes include a half-price car wash when needed. Welcome to your extended family, Tom's Car Care Center.
Founded in 2001 by brothers Sam and Levi, Reliance has built a reputation for excellence, providing high-quality home building and renovation services to the Michiana area. From single-room renovations like kitchens and bathrooms to building your dream home from the ground up, everything benefits from their decades of experience. From concept to completion, Reliance makes even the largest projects simple and hassle-free. To find out more, visit RelianceDBR.net. Reliance. Design, build, renovate.
With SurfFiber Internet, you'll catch all the big plays as they happen. The winning goal, the last-second three-pointer, the walk-off home run, the touchdown that changes everything. You'll see them all. No lag, no throttling, no buffering, no missed highlights. Just blazing fast streaming from start to finish. Whatever sport you love to watch, Surf keeps you connected. Surf Internet, built for game day and every day. Score big today with fiber internet plans starting at just $30 a month, including free Wi-Fi, free installation, all-in pricing, and price lock for life.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Babsco, your trusted electrical distributor. Just in time for Colton Griffiths to step into the batter's box and take the first pitch of the top of the fifth. 1-0, the fifth inning brought to us by New Prairie Athletics.
Yeah, the New Prairie Athletic Department would like to thank our student athletes, coaches, staff, parents, and fans for all they do to help support, promote education-based athletics. Go Cougars from the New Prairie Athletic Department.
You talk about a community that really gets behind its athletic program, and that really came out in Anja's Tony Letcher student-athlete health markets interview of how supportive the community was towards the Bradshaw family as Bernacki makes easy work of this line drive from Griffiths here for the first out of the fifth. And it's really that way in just about every sport New Prairie plays. Every time you go over there, there's a nice crowd.
Yeah, decent crowd. They back their student athletes really well. They have a lot of support, and kids put the work in as well.
Here's Riley Conley, the center fielder. He singled his first time up. Foul up the third.
Conley with one of New Prairie's 2 hits on the night.
Your rain update, I'd say, is somewhere between a drizzle and a steady rain. More towards steady than drizzle, but it's picking up a little bit more. It tapered off a little bit in the last half inning, but picking back up a little bit.
Line drive over the first baseman's head down the right field line, a fair ball. That'll have Conley churning for second. Here's the throw by Damers. It is not in time. An extra base hit brought to you by HealthLink. A ringing double off the bat of Riley Conley has New Prairie with another runner in scoring position for the third straight inning. You get another look from Superior Tool and Die.
Yeah, great job of staying inside that ball, pulling it down the line. Conley with his second base hit of the night. Here with the double. Top of the fifth inning. Hopefully get stuff going with Tidwell, then the top of the order coming back.
Tidwell, the 9-hole hitter for Mark Schellinger's New Prairie team, has a lot of room on the right side and thought about going there with a pitch on the outside corner, but it's a strike, 0-1.
The Penn Boosters always cheer for the Kingsmen. Last year, the Boosters awarded over $88,000 to various academic clubs and teams. Support the Penn Boosters by following them on Facebook or go to thepennboosters.org.
And that's some generosity from the community as well. The 0-1 pitch taken high, 1-1 to Tidwell. Quickly around the area on the McInnes Realty scoreboard, Niles baseball, which is one of Penn's best wins this year, beat Plainwell today 7-0. Jackson Rock, another 2-hitter. He has been phenomenal for the Vikings this year. That pitch misses down low, squirts away from LaFleur, but not far enough for Conley to advance.
Tidwell squared around like he was on a bunt, trying to throw off Baird a little bit, and looked like it did.
Tough day for Edwardsburg teams. The softball team loses 5-1 to Vicksburg. The baseball team falls 14-4 to the Bulldogs. Tidwell shows bunt, swinging a foul tip into the middle of LaFleur. It's 2-2.
Game day travel made easy. From team buses to away games and championship runs, Royal Excursion gets your squad there safely and on time. Travel together, ride in comfort. Visit RoyalExcursions.com. Royal Excursions, your journey to win.
Here's the 2-2. Hit on the ground towards third. Harrell backed up. It's a fair ball. He throws high, and the tag made by Hartford to get the batter going down the line. On the play, Conley advances to third. And with 2 away, it brings up the top of the order Jagger Daniels.
Harrell's had some really tough plays tonight. Here you can see Superior Tool and Die replay. Just a lot of in-betweeners. Nothing really just the normal ground ball right at him. He's had to charge a bunch of balls that are right on the line. Again, that's a tough play right there, and great job of getting the second out at first.
And now Conley hoping he can make a nice turf ball read in case Baird puts one in the dirt. There's a one-hopper right at the shortstop. Prairie fires to first and gets him. And once again, Bentley Baird is able to work out of a jam. That is the fourth runner left in scoring position by New Prairie tonight. And after 4.5, still no score on Sports Michiana.
My name is Chuck. I'm a member of Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. The flexibility of having a HELOC made it simple to add items as we were going through the process of updating our house. So we didn't have to do everything at once. We could do it a little at a time as things changed, which made it flexible for us to use builders when they had downtime and get better prices for them. So yeah, I would definitely recommend Notre Dame Federal Credit Union.
Ready to be part of our winning team? The St. Joseph County Police Department is hiring, and we are looking for people of all ages who want to make a difference. With a starting salary of $52,000 plus full benefits, including medical, dental, vision, and vacation, you are in control of your future. So whether you're just entering the game or looking for a new position, now is the time to get off the sideline. Learn more today at sjcpd.org.
Friends, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Tom's Car Care Center, Coffee Spot Cafe, and the Waterworks Car Wash. Those are three great services in one great place. You see the rain coming down. We've heard Anj do his best Abby Wepler and give weather reports here. So I have to ask you, as somebody who has played and coached this great game, rain, turf, what are the things we're looking for here?
So with the turf, the ball's not going to get as wet when it's coming off the bat. It doesn't soak up as much of the rain off the grass. As a pitcher, as long as you have a dry ball, you're fine. Now when the ball's hit, throwing it over to first base, it's not going to be as wet as on a grass field or a natural field as well. The really only major concern is when you're swinging the bat. And if your bat gets wet and your gloves get wet, that bat's going to come flying out of your hands.
That's probably when we would see a stoppage, if not an intensity of rain here. So Ben Damers leads off the bottom of the fifth for Penn. Damers singled, one of two hits the Kingsmen have tonight off Colton Griffiths. 1-0 the count. Griffiths unloads and misses down low in the count 2-0, and boy, you could count on maybe two fingers the times that Colton Griffiths has been behind in the count tonight. He has been absolutely fantastic on the mound, but has no run support. It's a 0-0 game here in the bottom of the fifth. The 2-0 hits the outside corner for a strike, 2-1.
Dean's Barbecue in Granger gets the big thumbs up from, of course, me, Chuck, and Hanj. They're a full-service, chef-driven restaurant where everything is made from scratch. Good food with good friends and a great atmosphere. Dean's Barbecue and Restaurant, 23 in Bittersweet.
Check swing. Did he go around? No appeal. Griffiths thought it was a strike, but it's 3-1. And he's going to ask for a new baseball. 3 balls and a strike on Damers. I will tell you, as somebody who wears glasses, the other thing that might bring a rain delay is if you can't see, because your glasses are getting wet out there.
Most athletes nowadays do the contact thing.
That's correct. And that ball slid out of the hands of Colton Griffiths for ball 4.
Yeah, and he's complaining a little bit about the ball slipping.
He's also complaining about the call on the 2-1 count.
I think a lot of it's starting to get to him a little bit, and especially a leadoff walk. How well he's been pitching tonight, and he gives up a leadoff walk here to start the bottom of the fifth inning.
And that's where a veteran catcher like Reed Robinson goes out to the mound, tries to settle down his buddy. You're in the 7 spot of the order here. Max LaFleur was a strikeout victim the first time up. Damers has good wheels over at first base. We'll see if he's running here. LaFleur tries to bunt and pops it to the backstop. 0-1.
Big thank you to Tony Letcher for his incredible support of Sports Michiana. Tony's a licensed insurance agent with Health Markets. If you're looking for assistance with Medicare, family, or individual health insurance, Google Tony Letcher Health Markets or visit tletcher.com.
The wind picking up just a little bit along with the rain here. As LaFleur again fouls it to the backstop, it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes the count.
Be very interesting what he does with LaFleur here. I know when I coached and you gave the bunt sign, it was your job to get it down all 3 times. Dykes is going to do the same thing here.
And the bunt and run was on. They need to let it go foul. They do, and that'll be a strikeout of Matt LaFleur, and Damers will have to go back to first base.
Some coaches and people don't understand that situation or don't like that situation the way you look at it. But as a coach that did it, and I know Dykes is a big believer in that, your job is to get the bunt down in that situation. So you're going to get all 3 strikes to get that bunt down.
LaFleur couldn't do it, so here's Brody Cashin, the second baseman, who flew out to center his first time up. And Cashin hits one softly in there towards right field. Sully Crust was playing in and makes the catch. 2 down in the inning. They'll bring up Jackson Trenary, who lined out on a beautiful play by Crust and right his last time up.
Sports Michiana Apparel is courtesy of our friends at It's Tops in Mishawaka. Clothes, office supplies, mugs. If you want to put your logo on something, odds are It's Tops can make it happen. Locally run since 1976, It's Tops give you the personalized attention you deserve. Learn more at itstops.net.
Reminder, our 5th inning being brought to us by New Prairie Athletics. Breaking ball. Might have been a slider that time from Griffiths. We haven't seen him throw a lot of those, but then again, it might be the grip on the ball, too. 1-0.
I don't think we've had a stolen base attempt tonight. Be interesting getting here late in the game if we get one.
2 very well-respected catchers, as that one is fouled off Trenary, and it's 1-1.
We started, 5-6 minutes early? We are almost through 5 full innings in 1 hour of game time.
Well, that'll slow things down dramatically.
There you go, Anj.
1-1 to count on Trenary. Robinson sets up. The runner goes. Robinson throws it into the second baseman. And a good play by the base runner Damers to get his foot back on the bag after the stolen base.
Getting a big lead. He was itching out there. Here you can see on the Superior Tool and Die replay. I mean, for where the ball was, for Reed to even come up and make a throw on that play.
Certainly not his intent to throw it directly to the second baseman, but it worked out well. They almost had Damers picked off for oversliding the bag. Now runner in scoring position for Trenary in a 2-1 count. Griffiths getting a little more deliberate out on the mound. Oh, that's a dandy pitch on the inside corner for a strike, 2-2.
This will be his 16th pitch of the inning. He's still at only 49 pitches. Going to be his 50th pitch of the night. But this is definitely the most pitches he's thrown in an inning and struggled a little bit here.
First time Penn has had a runner in scoring position all night. And Trenary might make him pay. Here comes Kress. Long run. He makes the catch to retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. A man left after 5. What a ball game we've got for you tonight on Sports Michiana. New Prairie nothing, Penn nothing.
Finding private health insurance can be stressful. What if it didn't have to be? I'm Tony Letcher, licensed insurance agent. I prefer to personally meet with my clients so I can get a better understanding of your needs and budget. I can even review your current coverage. I don't want you to be my client today. I want you to be my client forever. Call Tony Letcher today to schedule your free consultation or visit tletcher.com.
Shopping for tires used to really rub me the wrong way. That was before I went to TireRack.com. Tire Rack's Tire Decision Guide made it easy to find the right tires. Talk about secret sauce. You might ask, well, you bought them, now how are you going to put them on? No problem. Tire Rack has thousands of recommended installers. I chose one that does mobile installation. A technician brought the tires right to my house. He's installing them now.
Almost finished, Herb. Take your time. I'm just marinating. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Hey, friends, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Ferret Custom Roll Forming. We form value. The rain comes down around Bentley Barrett out there on the mound, but it has not bothered either pitcher tonight. A 0-0 game as we go to the sixth. Remember, in high school baseball, regulation game is 7 innings, so it's getting into crunch time. Reed Robinson has struck out twice tonight. He's been in a slump, hasn't had a hit in the last 3 games, and swings and misses there. It's 0-1.
His first swing of the night went about 425 feet, just foul. And then since then, he hasn't been able to put the bat on the ball.
He did have another foul ball down the right field line that curved, hooked foul. But yes, he hasn't been able to put anything in the field of play. Here's the 0-1. Baird's 61st pitch of the night is a base hit into right field for Robinson. And the best base stealer on the New Prairie team is now on board to lead off the 6th inning.
Chris coming to the plate, doubled last time, walked his first time at the plate, so he's been on base twice now tonight. See if they can get something going here with the 3, 4, 5 holes.
Mark Schellinger really working through the signs over there in that third base coach's box. Third time in the last 4 innings, New Prairie's had the leadoff man aboard. Kress with a base hit by a diving Harrell at third. Robinson will hold at second, and the Cougars cooking with gas here in the 6th.
They did not do it last time. They had first and second with nobody out. They did not lay the bunt down, and they ended up having a mishap on one play that was a foul ball and then hit into a double play. I guarantee you, I can almost 99% guarantee you Coach Schellinger is going to have a bunt right here.
Well, and this is a New Prairie program that prides itself on the execution of the fundamentals. They really like to play the small ball game. And you heard Mark in the interview with Anj earlier talk about this is an experienced team. They're used to being in games like this. Bishop does get the bunt down the third base side, and it is a base hit. What a beautiful bunt by Dylan Bishop, and the bases are loaded with nobody out after 3 straight singles to start the 6th. Get another look at this one on Superior Tool and Die Replay. We talked fundamentals. That's as fundamental as it gets.
Yeah, I mean, he stayed in the box until the ball got down. He understood that it was a sac bunt. He wanted to lay it down perfect. He didn't get out of the box too soon, and you bring up Cameron Green, who's hit 2 long fly balls to left field. He does that here. He gets a sac fly.
Baird is 5-0 on the year, but he is facing a major threat here in the 6th, and there's action down in the Penn bullpen. As that pitch misses outside for ball 1.
Take your event to the next level with Events by Pro Show. Chuck and Anj themselves have emceed events with Events by Pro Show, and they are top-notch, specializing in audio-visual lighting and DJ services. Their team will help you bring your event vision to life, and learn more at eventsbyproshow.com.
2-0 now to Green. Yeah, you talk about Events by Pro Show. I did a show with them in Peoria, Illinois a couple of weeks ago. So they will travel for you as well.
Take the show on the road, as they say.
2 balls and no strikes to the count on Green. Let's see if he's green lighted here. He is not, and it's 2-1. Right-hander, I believe it's Colton Breeden warming up down in the Penn pen.
That is correct.
Bases loaded, nobody out. The 2-1 pitch. 3-1. And Green nods of an approval. He knows he's got Baird right where he wants him, right here. New Prairie trailing Penn by 2 games in the NIC race. They need a sweep, and if they get the sweep, they hold the tiebreaker against the Kingsmen. First things first, you got to win game one. And Green fouls this one away, and it's 3-2.
Good luck to both teams tonight from Superior Tool and Die. Since 1952, Superior Tool and Die provides quality products, on-time deliveries, and integrity in all the work that they do. Call Superior Tool and Die to discuss your large or small project.
Baird has pounded the strike zone tonight. Can he do it here? He gets Green to foul one away to the Penn bullpen again, and it's still 3-2.
That Penn defense playing in on the grass, looking to go home on a high chopper.
Well, the green-colored turf, at least.
Yes.
I'm glad right now that it's not grass, because we probably wouldn't be playing with the intensity of the rain.
Interesting how they do play in with the third base back a little bit.
3-2 pitch, missed outside, ball 4, and Cameron Green has brought in a run with a bases-loaded walk.
Great at bat by Green, not really chasing anything away. Baird was trying to get. Looks like they were trying to do a pick play at second base, but they had already had time was already called. They were switching runners at first base, bringing in a pitch runner. Coaches were walking out to the mound to do a visit to the mound as well.
Dalton Clark will be the pinch runner at first base for Cameron Green. And I believe that's going to be the day for Bentley Baird. We shall see. Long discussion out on the mound, and it looks like Baird will stay in there. He'll be facing Gio Nacarado here, the shortstop. For Green, that's only his 4th run batted in this season, but it's a big one. It puts New Prairie on top 1-0. Still nobody out in the inning. Nacarado, a .224 hitter coming in, 0 for 2 tonight. Lines one foul and out of play. Gio, a member of the football team for New Prairie, has had 3 2-hit games this year, 3 doubles and a triple. Bases loaded, Baird's 0-1. Breaking ball stayed up top, and it's 1-1. Robinson led off the inning with a single. Crest single to left. Bishop with a big bunt single to load him up. The walk to Green brought one in. And that one misses in the turf. It's 2-1.
Barrett had struggled early in this game, finding the zone in the first inning, but then really settled down after that. And now he's back to getting behind the count early in the count.
He's at 73 pitches for the night. And the pitch. Popped up, foul territory and out of play. It's 2-2. Gio Nacarado, the diminutive shortstop, has come up with some key hits for this New Prairie team over the year. Can he come up with another one here? The junior waits for the pitch from Baird, and instead Baird will step off the mound to reset. The sophomore is ready. Winds and fires. Missed high, and the count goes full to 3-2 with Colton Griffiths waiting on deck. New Prairie was the last team to beat Penn in the Northern Indiana Conference. That was 2 years ago. And that pitch missed. Oh, it hit the outside corner for a called third strike. It's a called third strike sponsored by Dean's Barbecue and Restaurant, the second time that Nacarado has gone down looking tonight. And it comes at a critical time for Bentley Baird.
Here you can see the Superior Tool and Die replay. Looks like it got a little help there. Baird is.
Meanwhile, a fly ball into right field. Damers is over, makes the catch. Tagging from third is Kress. Here's the throw to the plate. Not in time. It was cut off. 2-0 New Prairie. A sacrifice fly for Colton Griffiths. And you'll get another look from Superior Tool and Die at the 11th ribby of the year for Griffiths. And a clean tag that time by Kress, who took no chances making that headfirst dive.
Conley comes to the plate, 2 for 2 on the night, single and double.
He slices this one the other way and got under it. Harrell, the third baseman, calls and makes the catch to end the inning. But New Prairie picks up 2 runs on 3 hits, no errors. They leave a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Cougars lead the Kingsmen 2-0 on Sports Michiana.
Is this local hometown insurance?
Yes, sir. It was local hometown insurance until about 5 minutes ago. We've just been acquired by Big Web Private Equity Insurance.
Wait, what happened to my agent? I've been dealing with him for years.
Well, looks like we just got bought again. We're now Big Artificial Intelligence Insurance. And I've just been named the CEO. Long live the algorithm, baby.
What?
Feel like your insurance is getting more robotic by the day? Call Lilliard Insurance. Real people, local office.
Looking to buy or sell a home in the Michiana area? Call McKinnis Realty, Michiana's fastest growing real estate company where service comes first, built on knowledge, care, and community. Through our Homes for Heroes program, we proudly give back to those who serve. Firefighters, law enforcement, EMTs, military, teachers, and healthcare workers, past or present, qualify for hero rewards when they buy or sell with us. Call McKinnis Realty today at 574-271-3440.
This edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Tire Rack. TireRack.com, that's the way tire buying should be.
Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic in Granger is a family-focused practice that treats newborns to professional athletes and everyone in between. They offer high-level chiropractic care, digital X-ray diagnostics, and non-surgical spinal decompression. Google Williams Family Chiropractic Clinic to learn more.
Chuck Freeby, Bo Hunt, Angelo DiCarlo with you from Greg Dykes Field. The Penn Kingsmen have not lost a Northern Indiana Conference game on this field in 3 years. But they are in jeopardy right now, trailing 2-0 as we go to the bottom of the 6th. Good news for Penn, the top of the order due up. That means Mason Bernacki will lead things off. The sophomore center fielder is 1 for 2 tonight.
Big thank you to Barnaby's Pizza, Twin Branch, for feeding our crew tonight. Barnaby's of Mishawaka has 3 great locations, Twin Branch, Granger, and on Grape Road, and a new Barnaby's opening in North Liberty this July. Barnaby's, the family inn.
They have been patiently waiting for the construction of that, and now it is finally going to be ready to go. Exciting times down in North Liberty. Colton Griffiths has thrown 5 shutout innings, allowing 2 hits and needing just 50 pitches so far, and he gets Mason Bernacki to swing and miss there. It's 0-1. Bernacki scored the game-winning touchdown in Penn's football sectional win over Crown Point that you saw on Sports Michiana last fall. The next pitch from Griffiths, that one misses outside, 1-1. This is not the most dominant Colton Griffiths has been this year because he had a 14-strikeout no-hitter, but that was against Michigan City, whose baseball program is a far cry from Penn's. Certainly, this has been one that you've put on the mantelpiece so far for Colton Griffiths as he misses high 2-1. But the Kingsmen have made a living off of late comebacks under Greg Dykes, doing it as recently as last week. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Swing and a miss by Bernacki, and it's 2-2. On the other hand, the Northern Indiana Conference has not exactly been laden with great teams this year. In fact, it's the end of the season with New Prairie and St. Joe that is preparing Penn well for what they might expect to see in the tournament. Bernacki fouls this one towards the first base side, and the first baseman Bishop is able to make the catch. And there's one down in the Penn 6th.
Yeah, the last few years there's been, New Prairie, Penn, St. Joe, Marion's been decent, Adams been decent. So you've had some, not just 1-2 teams really fighting for the conference. You've had a little adversity between, 4 or 5 teams really competing out there.
Well, while Penn has won 11 straight Northern Indiana Conference baseball crowns, many of those have been split with other schools. And I'm thinking back to, I want to say 3 years ago, or actually it was 2 years ago when New Prairie went to state.
Yep.
Marion, Adams, and Penn all tied for the NIC title that year. And that was a year of great balance in the conference. It's amazing how things can change over the course of a couple of years as the count goes to 1-1 on Grady Harrell, who's 0 for 2 tonight. A ball and a strike, the count on the Kingsman third baseman. Griffiths ready in the pitch. It's down low with the fastball. It's 2-1.
Tires matter. They're the only part of the vehicle that touches the road. Tread confidently with new tires from Tire Rack. Whether you're looking for expert recommendations or know exactly what you need, Tire Rack makes it easy. TireRack.com, the way tire buying should be.
Harrell fouls that one off. It's 2-2. You look at the Penn batting order tonight, the 2 through 5 hitters are 0 for 8, and they haven't had a sniff of first base.
Yeah, I mean, they've gotten under the ball, a lot of pop-ups, just a couple ground balls for ground outs, but haven't really drove the ball.
Didn't have a chance on that one. It was way too high, and the count 3-2.
I think the biggest thing is just Griffiths really keeping them off balance.
3 balls and 2 strikes with 1 away to the lefty Harrell. Swing and a foul as Harrell really had to fight that one off. And again, it goes back to what the point you made earlier about Griffiths.
Mm-hmm.
He's not overpowering anybody with speed tonight, but what he is doing is locating.
Yeah, that little slider right there in on the hands. I mean, it started out over the middle of the plate and broke in on his hands, and Grady luckily was able to foul that off.
Here comes a payoff pitch. Fouled out of play, and again, he's got Harrell just kind of hitching his swing and very defensive up there at the plate right now.
5-Star Sheets, FS Transportation in New Carlisle is proud to support the New Prairie baseball team. 5-Star Sheets, FS Transportation is accepting applications for CDL drivers, garage technicians, forklift drivers, and production. Visit 5starsheets.com to apply.
There is a walk issued to Grady Harrell, just the second free pass given up by Colton Griffiths tonight. And it brings up the tying run with Bennett Hartford, the first baseman.
Thing is with this Penn team is about anybody in this lineup can go deep as well and tie this thing up.
Well, Hartford has a home run this year, and he is a strength and conditioning All-American. As he takes a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Came into this game batting .611 in conference play, but he's 0 for 2 tonight. A fly out to right and a pop out to second, which tells you he hasn't had great swings either. Here comes the 0-1. That one buckled his knees, but missed upstairs apparently, and the count 1-1. And Reed Robinson will go out and have a word with this pitcher because he knows right now that Colton Griffith's not happy with that strike call.
At OSMC, you're not just treated, you're cared for. Guided from diagnosis through recovery with clarity and trust. Get the care you need when you need it. Visit OSMC.com or their OrthoCare walk-in clinic in Granger off of University Drive.
Griffiths would not be much of a poker player. He is pretty easy to read in terms of his emotions out there on the mound. It has not affected him, though. He's thrown a 2-hitter. 1-1 the count. Instead the throw over to first. They thought Harrell might be running.
I think it's one of those things he wasn't given much of a consideration over there, and Reed wanted to make sure he was aware. Hey, only 1 out. We need to keep him aware over there, getting a bigger lead.
A ball and a strike on Hartford. Swinging a foul off the mid of Robinson, and it's 1-2. These two teams will meet again tomorrow night at Four Winds Field, the home of the South Bend Cubs. I believe that's a 6:30 first pitch tomorrow night, and what a pitching matchup that one should be. Caden Stockbridge, the young man from Penn committed to pitch at Purdue, will go up against Sully Kress, who is undefeated on the year with a 0.68 ERA.
Not too shabby.
That one gets away from Robinson. There goes the runner, Harrell, and he'll get to second base on the wild pitch.
Great job by Grady reading that pitch in the dirt. Robinson did everything he could. Here you can see on the superior tool and die to get in front of that, block it as best he could, but had no play at second base. Runner in scoring position, just 1 out now for the Kingsmen.
Only the second time tonight the Penn has had a runner in scoring position. Hartford ready for the 2-2 pitch, and here it is. Tap foul to the Cougar dugout. Still 2-2 on Bennett Hartford. Hartford has had some big games for Penn this year. 3-hit performances against both Niles and Elkhart. Looking for a knock here to try to get the Kingsmen on the board. The 2-2 from Griffiths. High fly ball, short left field. Grzowiak gets his first action of the night. Bryce makes the catch. 2 down here on the Penn half of number 6. It brings up the pitcher, Bentley Baird.
Staying healthy is a home run, and HealthLink is here to help you round the bases, offering affordable, quality care and prescriptions for the whole family. Call HealthLink today to keep you at your best, both on and off the field.
Baird is 0 for 2 tonight. He has bounced out to third and flown out to right. He hits this one off the fist and foul. It's 0-1. So remember, if New Prairie should get this win tonight, the game tomorrow night at Four Winds Field would probably be for the lead in the Northern Indiana Conference, because if Penn wins that one, then they've got 2 up on New Prairie. If New Prairie wins, they're even with Penn, but they would hold the number 1 tiebreaker, which is head-to-head. Here's a bouncer to the third baseman, backed up on by Daniels. He throws low, but a nice pick by Bishop at first to end the inning, and Colton Griffiths continues to dazzle for New Prairie. No runs, no hits, no errors, 1 left. We go to the 7th. New Prairie 2, Penn 0 on Sports Michiana.
In need of an award? Call Crown Trophy of Mishawaka, the area's premier award provider. They've been serving the area since 2001 with cutting-edge exclusive products, personalized with state-of-the-art laser engraving technology. And Crown Trophy has more than just trophies. They offer corporate, sales, and retirement awards, along with personalized gifts and promotional products. Crown Trophy, nationally known, locally owned, where everyone's a winner.
Hey friends, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by Reliance. They're uniquely crafted to fit your lifestyle. New pitcher in the game here for the Penn Kingsmen, as Penn has gone to the bullpen, and they bring in Colton Breeden, 6'1", 205-pound right-handed junior. And Breeden on in relief of Bentley Baird, who threw 6 innings of 2-run baseball tonight. Normally that's good enough to get the job done, but Penn has put a goose egg on the board so far.
Our 7th inning sponsored by Events by Pro Show. Events by Pro Show has been a proud supporter of PHM for decades, specializing in audio, visual, lighting, and DJ services. Their team is dedicated to your event success. Learn more at eventsbyproshow.com. Events by Pro Show also sponsoring Penn scoring tonight. Well, they got a goose egg right now, so big shout out to Events by Pro Show.
They were hoping to hear their name called a little bit more, and Penn would have enjoyed that too. But that has not been the case. A terrific pitching performance by Colton Griffiths tonight has kept him off the board through 6 innings. And now New Prairie hoping to pad the lead in here in the 7th with Connor Tidwell, the second baseman, at the plate. Tidwell is 0 for 2 officially. He reached on a ball that was called an error back in the 3rd and bounced out to 3rd in the 5th, and he fouls this one away. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Cougars. No runs, 2 hits, 1 error for Penn. And if you're wondering, the Kingsmen have not been shut out here in 2026. Swing and a miss by Tidwell on a Breeden offering, and it's 0-2. No balls and 2 strikes on the Cougars' second baseman. That one in the turf, and it's 1-2.
The New Prairie Athletic Department would like to thank their student athletes, coaches, staff, and parents and fans for all they do to help support and promote education-based athletics. Go Cougars from the New Prairie Athletic Department.
Here comes the 1-2 from Breeden. That one misses low and away. And the count goes to 2-2.
Breeden trying to overthrow a little bit on that one.
You would have to go all the way back to April of 2024 for the last time that a Penn baseball team was shut out. That was by Lake Central, and they got shut out twice that day. Sure, that was a fun bus rip back, as it's a walk issued to Connor Tidwell to start the 7th inning.
Exactly how Penn did not want to start the top of the 7th. A walk to the 9-hole hitter to get back to the top of the order here with Daniels, Robinson, and Kress coming up.
Rain picking back up now after probably about a solid inning of it being mostly just a drizzle. So picking back up now. Also, Dylan Bishop, the senior, is down in the is warming up in the bullpen right now.
He is their closer, so to speak. We're also going to have some action down in the Penn bullpen. Meanwhile, the pinch runner over at first base is Dalton Soltansky.
No, that's Corder Smith for New Prairie. Dalton's for Penn.
Oh, my apologies.
Corder of Southmore.
Yep, Coulter Smith. Running back, defensive back from the football team. Here's a bunt laid down by Jagger Daniels, but it rolls foul.
Daniels trying to get that ball down the first base line as Grady Harrell's charging on that play.
Caleb Spinsky is the pitcher warming up for Penn. No balls and a strike to count. Boy, is Penn charging, then they try the pickoff play to see if that runner would stray, but didn't happen.
Penn likes to run a lot of unconventional pick plays like that.
That was the second baseman and the third baseman charging in that time on the bunt. It did not fool New Prairie. Here's the 0-1 pitch to Daniels. He tried to bunt and fouled it to the backstop. It's 0-2.
We'll see if Coach Schellinger did what Dykus did earlier and have him bunt here with 2 strikes. Remember, if you bunt the ball foul with 2 strikes, it's an automatic out. Again, you may agree or disagree, but I'm a big proponent of that. That's your job. You need to get your job done.
We'll see if that is what Daniels is requested to do here on the 0-2. He took it all the way, and a good stop by LaFleur, the backstop that time, and the count 1-2. Breeden brought into a pressure situation here with Penn already down 2-0, trying to hold this New Prairie offense at bay. These are 2 teams that usually score between 7 and 8 runs a game, but that has not been the case today with the good pitching that we've seen.
Smith looks like he was itching over there at first base to try to steal the bag.
And again, that's normally New Prairie's game. 76 stolen bases as a team so far this year. Little pop-up, short center field, drifting back to second baseman Bernacki, the center fielder, makes the call and the catch. And there's one away. It'll bring up Reed Robinson, the catcher. He sparked that 6th inning rally with a leadoff single and came around to score the game's first run. Robinson has put up some amazing numbers in his career at New Prairie. He has 146 career hits and 110 career RBIs. He takes that one inside for ball 1. By the way, I wanted to give congratulations to our man Brendan Olson up at Niles. The other night he passed the 150 career hit mark and picked up 2 more tonight. Here comes the 1-0 pitch to Robinson. And Mr. Robinson slices one into left center, and that'll go all the way to the wall. In fact, it's going to the fence. Here's the runner around first. Smith headed for home. There will be no throw. It's a triple for Reed Robinson, and it's 3-0 New Prairie.
Just a matter of time before Reed got going. Like we talked about, struck out his first 2 at-bats, smoked a single, his second at-bat, and there drove it backside to left center for the triple. Here you can see it on the Superior Tool and Die replay, knocking in Tidwell for the 3rd run for the Cougars.
The 15th triple of his career. He's batting .500 for the season. And it's 3-0 New Prairie with a runner on third, and Sully Kress, one of their top RBI guys at the plate, and Kress takes outside for ball 1. Sully is 2 for 2 officially tonight, a walk, a single, and a double. Kress committed to play baseball at St. Xavier. Also a member of the soccer team, a top 10 student at New Prairie with a 4.2 GPA. He takes that one low and away 2-0, and he'll be on the hill tomorrow night at Four Winds Field with the Cougars hoping to get a sweep. By the way, that extra base hit brought to us by our friends at HealthLink. Pitch missing upstairs, and the count goes to 3-0. On Kress with Dylan Bishop on deck. Infield in at all four spots. Taken down low for ball 4. And the Cougars have runners on the corners, and that'll bring the pitching coach out to the mound. We will take a quick break for 30 seconds. Back with more after this on Sports Michiana.
You don't always see the backbone of American products. You feel it. Ferret is where smart work meets hard work. We serve the USA by manufacturing purpose-built metal components that solve the problems others walk past. And we put in the work that makes fourth and long feel like first and goal. Calling all engineers and makers, past, present, and future. Your next career move begins at Ferret.
Let's be honest, shopping for window treatments can be a real pain in the glass. Shades, shutters, blinds, drapes, the options are endless. Avoid expensive mistakes and return shipping with online retailers. Call the local team at Quality Window Treatments. Their entirely local process makes choosing the right look for your space easy. They bring the showroom to you during your in-person consultation. And with hands-off local installation, you never make a measurement. Visit QualityWindowTreatment.com to book your free consultation and see your space in a whole new light.
Friends, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you by the St. Joseph County Police Department. Join the team and help protect and serve our community. Third pitcher of the night is on for the Penn Kingsmen. This will be Caleb Spinsky working out there. Spinsky, a junior, is also a cornerback for the football team. Young man with a 3.5 GPA. He inherits a situation where New Prairie already has a 3-0 lead in this game. The Cougars with runners on the corners here in the top of the 7th and only one out, and trying to break this one open and take a world of confidence into Four Winds Field tomorrow night.
Well, I think the biggest thing, too, is now they're on their third pitcher. If they have to go to any more and they get in some trouble, they're starting to work into tomorrow night's relief pitchers as well. Not saying that Stockbridge would need it, but you never know in those situations.
And certainly New Prairie always has to be confident when they have Sully Kress on the mound, even though he did not get the loss the last time out. 7 innings of shutout ball. They lost 1-0 to Marion. But anytime he goes with an ERA that resembles my resting pulse race, that's going to be a good night for the Cougs. First, they have to hang on to the end of this one, and Dylan Bishop wants to add to the lead here. With one out, runners at the corners, he takes outside from Spinsky for ball 1.
Be interesting, first and third here with Kress and Robinson on the bases, and see if they do any type of first and third, early steal, delayed steal, try to get Spinsky to balk up there or anything.
It is a relatively young Penn team. Spinsky, a junior, but very little varsity experience because they had so much pitching last year. Baird was sophomore, started tonight on the mound. Here's the 2-0, and that one's in there for a strike, 2-1. Harrell's a junior. Bernacki's a sophomore. Liberopolis is a sophomore. So a lot of young players out there kind of getting their first taste of what it's like to be challenged in a game like this. 2-1 the count. And that one's on the outside corner for a strike, 2-2. Two balls, two strikes, 2 on and 1 away here in the top of the 7th. Cameron Green waits on deck. And that breaking ball missed outside. The count goes full on Bishop. Bishop 1 for 3 tonight, has not hit a ball out of the infield, but his bunt the last time up was a work of art.
Guy on third, less than 2 out. Jobs put the ball in play, backside.
Takes outside corner, called strike 3, double steal, run will score as they chase the runner back to first base, and they get him out there, but after the run is scored, so New Prairie is able to pad the lead to 4-0. It winds up being a strike him out, throw him out, double play, but not until New Prairie gets a run across the plate. You'll see it again here on the Superior Tool and Die replay. And once that run scored, basically the runner at first crest gave himself up. So we go to the bottom of the 7th, 4-0 New Prairie on Sports Michiana.
With Surf Fiber Internet, you'll catch all the big plays as they happen. The winning goal, the last-second three-pointer, the walk-off home run, the touchdown that changes everything. You'll see them all. No lag, no throttling, no buffering, no missed highlights. Just blazing fast streaming from start to finish. Whatever sport you love to watch, Surf keeps you connected. Surf Internet, built for game day and every day. Score big today with fiber internet plans starting at just $30 a month, including free Wi-Fi, free installation, all-in pricing, and price lock for life.
Friends, this edition of the Sports Michiana Game of the Week being brought to you in part by Notre Dame Federal Credit Union. They're putting people over profits.
Yeah.
The umbrellas are out here at Greg Dykes Field, and it has not just been raining literally for the Penn Kingsmen today, but figuratively as well, as the New Prairie Cougars have brought a dark cloud over this place with a 4-0 lead here as we go to the bottom of the 7th, and that young man, Colton Griffiths, has been outstanding on the bump today for the Cougars, throwing 71 pitches to this point and allowing 2 measly singles, and that's it.
I loved how he controlled the game with his speed, with his placement, understanding the situation, understanding each batter. He threw each batter a little bit different. They did a lot of game planning, understanding what each guy could do. It's a lot of stuff that the coaches put together in the game plan, and then you got to follow.
Penn needs an inning as long as their leadoff hitter's last name, Yodi Limberopoulos, will lead things off here in the 7th. Limberopoulos is 0 for 2 tonight. He's bounced to short and struck out swinging. Came into the action batting .364. Colton Griffith's first pitch to the Penn left fielder is a swing and a miss, and not a good-looking swing, 0-1. Limberopoulos has been swinging a big bat as of late. Couple of homers in the past week. Griffiths, breaking ball, and it looks like it deflected off the glove of Reed Robinson, and it's 1-1. At first, the way the ball caromed away from the plate, I thought it might have hit him or the bat, but there was no signal from the plate umpire. Limberopoulos crowding that plate. The 1-1. Got in front of it and under it, and a short pop-up in the left field. Grzowiak is making the catch, and there's one away.
Griffiths again getting what he wants, getting pop-ups and ground-outs, getting guys out on their front foot, reaching for the ball.
Now Ben Damers will step up there. Damers is 1 for 1 officially, a single and a walk, so he's been on base 2 times. Griffiths fires, and that one misses outside for a ball. Griffith struggled early in the year. He had an 0-2 mark going into NIC play, but he has won 4 straight decisions coming into this one today, and you can see why. High fly ball, left field. Grzowiak is going back, so is the center fielder Conley, and it's Conley who makes the catch in left center. And the Kingsmen are down to their last batter, and it's going to be a pinch hitter, Brock Donay. Donay batting .250 with a homer and 8 runs batted in. The tight end on the football team had a big game in that sectional victory over Crown Point. He had a homer and 3 hits against Riley and the game-winning RBI against Carmel. They will need heroics from him and a lot more here in the 7th, down 4-0. First pitch from Griffiths is on the outside corner for a strike, 0-1. Griffiths now at pitch 77, and he has just been masterful on the bump tonight. Tried to nibble at the corner and missed, and it's 1-1.
He's been hitting his spot out there all day long. Even if he gets it a little bit outside, he's still hitting it right where he wants to.
The 1-1 to Donay. Fastball swinging a miss, 1-2. After those nice, soft off-speed pitches, the fastball looks a lot faster when you are looking at slow curves.
Exactly what I talk about with him, man. He throws those off-speeds really well, and then when he comes with that fastball right down the pipe and a little high, it looks a lot faster than what it is.
A ball and 2 strikes, the count. Softly hit off the end of the bat to stay alive, and it's still 1-2. Dalton Zoltansky is in the on-deck circle for Penn. He would bat for Brody Cashin. That requires Donay to get on base. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. Fastball lined into center field, and it'll drop in for a base hit. Just the 3rd hit of the day for Penn, and they've all been singles. Donay keeps the ball game alive for Brody Cashin, but it won't be Cashin. Instead, it'll be the aforementioned Zoltansky. You should get another look from Superior Tool and Die. Good quality at bat that time by Donay in a difficult situation.
Yeah, you get it thrown in that pinch hit situation in that bottom of the 7th down by 4 with 2 outs. I mean, you got to try to come through. That's your shot. That's your opportunity to come in, show the coach, hey, I got this.
Griffiths missed outside, and he missed outside far enough that the wheels were turning for Reed Robinson, thinking about throwing down to first to pick off Donay. The 1-0. Sliced foul and out of play. It's 1-1. Ball and a strike, the count. Griffiths looks in, and the right-hander hits the outside corner with a strike, and Penn is down to its last strike. Colton Griffiths was 8-1 last year. Anybody who thought that was a fluke just needed to tune in today. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The final brush strokes on a masterpiece as Colton Griffiths puts the saber away. And he was razor sharp with that today, picking up a 4-0 win over Penn and keeping New Prairie's Northern Indiana Conference title hopes alive as these two teams meet tomorrow night at Four Winds Field. New Prairie now just 1 game behind the Kingsmen. They snap Penn's 24-game NIC win streak, and they become the first NIC team since 2023 to win here at Greg Dicus Field, beating the Kingsmen today by a count of 4-0. We'll keep it right here for our Ferret Custom Roll Forming post-game show. We won't take a break because I have the feeling that Anj will be able to help us decide on a player of the game really quickly here, because it's going to be Colton Griffiths, the New Prairie pitcher, who threw 7 innings of 3-hit shutout ball. And he and Angelo DiCarlo are making their way over to hear from our Reliance player of the game, Colton Griffiths, the outstanding right-hander for New Prairie, who threw a gem today, the senior, standing by now with Angelo DiCarlo.
Complete game, 3-hit shutout. Your thoughts on this victory?
I thought it was a good game. I was feeling well today, and I decided coming out just to go right at them and give everything I had, and very happy with the result.
How did the rain affect things? Obviously, you didn't seem to mind.
No, I remember last year it rained here whenever we were playing them, and it's always hard playing rain. Like by the fourth inning, ball kind of got slippery, but just had to really focus in and make sure I was hitting my spots and draft the ball, and it was good.
I was watching you in the top of the seventh. You were a very lonely man in that dugout until Reed Robinson hits that RBI triple. What's going through your mind as you're waiting to get back on the bump for the final half inning?
I'm just trying to calm myself down, calm my nerves, and just focus on getting those 3 outs, coming right at them, and.
You guys will now go to Four Winds Field tomorrow to face Penn. First of all, let's just talk about being able to play at Four Winds Field and how exciting that is as an opportunity for you and your team.
It's very fun. We've played there like twice before. It's a really fun field. High school team, being on a high school team, it's great to play there, and it's an amazing field environment.
And now, if you get that win tomorrow night, you guys take over first place in the NIC. You got Sully on the bump.
Yes, we did.
How excited are you for this opportunity tomorrow night?
I'm pumped. We're going to get some good sleep tonight and come right on tomorrow and hopefully take it away.
Finally, Colton, the last year for this New Prairie baseball program obviously has been an emotional, challenging one. How much does this group of guys mean to you?
These guys mean the world to me. I mean, they're my best friends. I love every single one of these guys on here.
Colton, thank you very much. Congratulations. Colton Griffiths, our Reliance Player of the Game. What an outing for the New Prairie Cougars. Back upstairs to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Anj, Chuck, and Bo, high above the fray, and we are ready to bring you tonight's Big C Lumber Play of the Game. This was one thing that went Penn's way, because anytime there's a ball named near Mason Bernacki, whether it's in football or baseball, he comes up with a big catch.
Yeah, he was definitely laying out this like he was catching a touchdown in the end zone, but Bernacki did a great job. That's a really tough play on a line drive coming in, and you know what? Let me get an extra push-up on that. Good job, Mason.
Mason Bernacki with our Big C Lumber Play of the Game. So the stage is now set for what should be a very exciting night of high school baseball at Four Winds Field tomorrow night, because you've got a battle of aces and a game that means everything for the Northern Indiana Conference race. And I know that John Smolinski and his St. Joe team are sitting over there saying, hey, we only have 2 losses in the conference too, and we have a shot. But here's the scenario. If New Prairie wins tomorrow night, they get the sweep of Penn. Therefore, they and Penn are tied, and in head-to-head, that's the first thing that comes up in the tiebreaker. So New Prairie would own that over Penn and would be NIC champs unless Penn were able to sweep St. Joe next week.
Yeah, and then it comes down to that as well. So it'll be very interesting here, end of the season NIC, and see how it plays out. But right now, New Prairie has got a little bit of mojo going right now going into tomorrow night's game.
You know, one thing that can solve that mojo, though, is when you're facing a D1 pitcher like they will be tomorrow night. Caden Stockbridge goes to the hill for the Penn Kingsmen, and he'll be opposed by the New Prairie ace, Sully Cress. Folks, if you're a baseball fan, that's the place to be tomorrow night. Four Winds Field. I believe the first pitch is at 6:30, and it should be a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun here at Greg Dykes Field tonight. Our thanks to the entire Penn Athletic Department, Bridget Williams, Jeff Hart, Coach Dykos for all their hospitality, and our thanks to our terrific Sports Michiana crew, which many of them working in the rain throughout this game to bring you the pictures. Gary Martin, Tony Beltran, Duran Gray, and Matt Florian were all huddled up in the truck. And then the short straws went to Ryan Fitzpatrick, Luke McDowell, Matt Nemeth, and Chris Skibby as they were out working the cameras. And we appreciate each and every one of them. I take this crew anywhere. They are the best around. Now, once again, from my broadcast partners, the Hall of Famer Bo Hunt and Angelo DiCarlo, it's Chuck Prairie. The New Prairie Cougars knock off the Penn Kingsmen and end their 24-game NIC baseball winning streak with a 4-0 shutout pitched by Colton Griffiths today. Until we see you next week at the Bremen Track Sectional, which will have the first pregame for you at 6 p.m. Until then, so long from the Princess City. Thank you for watching the Sports Michiana High School Game of the Week. Brought to you by Tony Letcher Health Markets, Tire Rack, Notre Dame Federal Credit Union, Big C Lumber, Barrett Custom Roll Forming, McInnes Realty, Patrick, Reliance, the Lulliard Insurance Agency, the St. Joseph County Police Department, Babsco, Tom's Car Care Center, and these great sponsors. Support us by supporting them.